Oh, that looks better. Just checking the feed for a bit, making sure it stays decent. Okay. So far. Well, just, let me know if it, goes to crap. That sounded like Robo J-Bone anymore. Oh my God. Jerry's back. What's up? Look at that. First one's almost done. Crazy. What a waste. Hey, that's YouTube. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. You never know. So yeah. Hey, now we're getting some viewers. Awesome. Welcome back. The beer didn't glitch. The beer never glitches. Hams is always dependable. Yeah, the stream looks okay. Not tremendous, but it looks better than it did before. Thoughts on the new song by Overkill, Last Man Standing? It's pretty badass. I did listen to it, Jerry. It's pretty badass. It's smoother. It's not as smooth as my head. Kidding. It's one half of a great looking ass. That's what I always say. And that's how we're going to kick this one off, folks. That's right. We're just throwing it all out the window now. No, but looks like things are going. So we'll get started on this. I'm just kicking back. We're just, have a little fun. It's the holidays. Got to keep it light, folks. Got to keep it light. Too much crazy shit going on, Got to take your time this holiday season. Got to take time to smell the roses, if you will, because, man, with all the hustle and bustle, it's insane out there. You got to be careful. So you got to take time to, watch your wrestling you love, take time for the ones you love, and, take time for you. You got to. We're doing everything for everyone else this holiday season. Take time for you. Very important. Duke Togo is in the chat. What is up? Now we're getting some viewers in here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Smash This Podcast. Caretaker's even here. Wow. Didn't watch the show tonight, but just wanted to stop by and wish you a happy holiday. Merry Christmas, J-Bone. Thank you, Caretaker. Much love, dude. Cheers. Cheers, man. You should go watch it, though. It was a hell of a show. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. But I'm going to tell you guys again, like I said in the last one, I don't know how much of it came through. So I'm just going to reiterate it again for the sake of, the glitchiness from before. In the description down below, this is part of my big announcement. This is what I've been hinting at all week. Oh, I didn't even put anything in the description, did I? Did I? Oh, I did. It is there. I just have to edit it. If you guys want a free month of powerslam.tv, the coupon code is in the description below. Smash This Free is the coupon code for your free month. Other podcasts are giving away a free week or a couple weeks. I'm giving you a free month. And I'm going to be reviewing some of the stuff on there. I don't know how much. I don't know what exactly. There are some, like I said, that I am very curious about because I've heard stuff that I've started following a few, the AAWs, the PCW out on the West Coast. Hey, there's even some high spot stuff on there, some interviews, some shoot, what is it called? The shoot interviews, where they get real with you and all that kind of stuff. There's all sorts of wrestling on there. Top to bottom, left to right, thousands of hours. So I'm going to be checking that out. The reviews are going to be coming because it's the end of the year now. I'm not going to start anything like right now. I'm going to be starting that in 2019 when new stuff comes out. I'm going to be reviewing stuff when it hits that website. I'm excited about it, So yeah, take advantage of the free month. Check it out. If you like it, you can stick around. The deal's pretty good. I don't know exactly what they're charging per month, but yeah, I'm stoked for it. All right, back to the chat for a minute. What's we got going on here? Great collection of matches. Yes. Streamed 5 hours ago before it corrected itself. Oh, well, I started it. I made the thing 5 hours ago. I don't know. That's weird. Next week, I expect Pentagon versus Aries, 2 out of 3 falls. OVE versus Phoenix. Swan at Pentagon. Brian Cage versus Congo Kong. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what their top 5 was. Is that their top 5? Okay. I didn't see the list. Jerry. Sammy Callahan won Impact Wrestling Wrestler of the Year. That surprised me. I mean, but it shouldn't surprise me. That dude had a hell of a year. He is one of the handful of people that really started getting people to turn their heads and look at the company and have stuff go viral. They showed it on the show tonight. The match with Eddie Edwards was phenomenal. But what people remember is the shot with the bat. That was the water cooler talk when that happened at the first quarter of the year, whenever it was, back in April, May, whatever it was. When was that? It wasn't even a pay-per-view. It was just a regular show during the tapings. That was some crazy ass news that went like just nuts. Tessa versus Taya Oji. Impact announced the winners of their voting earlier today. Yeah, they did. All the winners. We'll talk about that a little bit too. Cage got the X Division. Yup. Tessa knockout of the year. Yup. Pentagon versus Sammy. Hair versus Mask. Yeah, that was nuts. That was a lot of fun. Tag Team of the Year. Yes, and they deserve it. I just saw them in town recently when they came to House of Hardcore. Killer Cross won. Yeah, the one to watch in 2019. Hell yeah. That was great. Well, yes, exactly. Hey, Agent's in the chat. Welcome, Agent. Getting all my regulars in here. Hot damn. What a night. Makes me happy. Cheers to you guys. So, yeah, let's talk about a couple things that we'll start talking about what they broke down here for the episode. I want to talk about something that caught my eye, and I just want to get your opinion on it. Saw an article earlier this afternoon. Man, lots of news came out this afternoon. Here we go. I don't go to WrestleZone much lately, and their new format on the news is like really bad because they only show a couple articles at a time, and if you miss them, you miss them. There's no way to go in the archives. It sucks. But it is what it is. It's how they redid their website. So here's an article. Update on Christopher Daniels' status as a free agent. Ring of Honor's Final Battle pay-per-view made it look like Christopher Daniels had wrestled his last match for the company, but their television tapings a day later showed that he had earned a new contract if he wants it. The reason for why the creative direction seems so up in the air is for good reason, since his real-life contract is in flux as well. As it stands right now, Daniels is currently a free agent, according to this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter. There are two potential destinations for Daniels at the moment. I would say there's more than that. Wink, wink. One would be working with All Elite Wrestling, of course, while the other would be re-signing with Ring of Honor. He hasn't made a choice yet and is currently taking bookings for independent shows, something his previous contract did not allow. Where do you hope Daniels winds up? Let us know in the comments below. Lots of stuff happening in Ring of Honor. I have never seen this much news about Ring of Honor lately. Also noticed that... Where did it go? Did they take it down? No, there it is. Mark Haskins just signed to Ring of Honor. Huge signing. Crazy. Yeah, BJ Whitmer took off too. He was pissed. Some shit. Yeah. Bully Ray in Impact would be big. I don't know what his contract is. But anyways, Christopher Daniels has had a hell of a last couple of years in Ring of Honor. Just checking the stream. Looks like it's still good. I want to see Haskins versus Skrull. That's what I want to see. You know, everyone's... I shouldn't say everyone. A lot of people, once they get like a sour taste in the company from working in TNA, don't want to go back. But if you're in the industry and you're talking to people, they should know that it's a completely different company now. Daniels could go back now, and I know that part of me would love to see that. But part of me doesn't want to see that. Let me explain myself. It's not because I don't like Daniels, but if you notice what Impact is doing lately, they're in the process of like a youth movement, like a big youth movement. They're bringing in hot young stars, and they may not be that well known, but putting them on TV and giving them the chance to shine will make them grow. Just look at what OVE and LAX have done in the last year to year and a half. They're stars now, totally. Well, in my eyes, they are. Maybe not the people that watch WWE 24/7 and they don't watch anything else. They have no clue what's going on anywhere else because they think Baron Corbin is the best thing since, sliced bread. Or they agree with Vinnie Mac that Shane is the best in the world. Jiminy Christmas. Crawl out from underneath the rock, would you? Come join us. We have French toast, and it's much better than plain toast. J-Bone's got donuts. J-Bone makes a hell of a chocolate chip pancake, too. Um, you want some coffee with that? Oh, never mind. Here's a beer. I would love to see Daniels in Impact Wrestling, to have him work with the youth movement that's running rampant, crazy through Impact Wrestling right now. To work, imagine Daniels working alongside OVE. Imagine Daniels working alongside Seidel. Yeah, Seidel's a little older, but he's not that much older. Working alongside guys like the Rascals. Hello. That would be tremendous. Making me hungry. I'm sorry. I'm not hungry. I just had a snack while I was watching. I was eating Cheetos. I love Cheetos. KT's in the chat. What is up? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to pay these. I'm not sounding, this may sound shitty. You're going to have to pay a guy like Daniels a lot more than you're going to have to pay guys like the Rascals, you know? But the Rascals are getting big, like, quick. I mean, they're getting booked worldwide. They're going to Europe. They literally just got back home from Japan. Or are they still in Japan? Anyways, right after like the tapings that we just saw like last week and the week before, they went from those tapings over to Japan and did like a week tour or whatever. Crazy. So these kids are traveling. They're making towns. Okay. Oh, yeah. I heard some people talking about that Vampiro. He didn't say anything specific about Lucha Underground. He said something and people grabbed it and ran with it. Like, oh, he said it's confirmed. And then he went back online and he's like, nah, pump the brakes, guys. I didn't say it's confirmed. I said they're talking about it. Obviously, they're talking about it. They're talking about whether they want to keep it going or dump it. So all we can do, folks, is just hope. That's all we can do. But obviously, yeah, they're hoping. I mean, they can't say anything more about that because there isn't any more than that. And even if there was, they're not at liberty to talk about it. That's not up to them. That's up to when the people at the big desks and the big companies at MJM, and they give the green light, and then they pass the message on down to the producers and all that shit. It's an expensive show to produce. It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood. It's not booking a wrestling show. You know, there's so much more. It's not, hey, we're going to rent a gym and I'm going to pay these guys to come in. I'm going to pay them $5 and a hot dog to work a show. It's Hollywood. It's different, you know. And no, don't twist that and say that I said that the guys from Lucha Underground are worth $5 and a hot dog. Okay. You know I have much more love for them than that. Did you hear what J-Mo said about Lucha Underground? What else did I hear? Oh, Jordan Grace and what's his name? Jonathan Gresham. They're engaged. Oh, and I just saw a thing that Leo Rush got married. We'll talk about his partner in crime in a little bit. What did you put in the chat? Cornette is worth $5 and a hot dog with shit on. Oh my god. Blood Rain, you crack me up. $5 in the Costco hot dog. Never. Oh god. Crazy. I was gonna throw in there. Never buy a frozen burrito from a gas station. That's Cornette at this point. Yeah, we've talked about that a little on here. The whole thing with Jordan Grace and John Gresham. No, they've been together for a while. They're not married. They're engaged. What did she say? We're officially official. And she held up the hand with the ring. So I'm assuming that means they're engaged. So just heard about Alistair and Zelena. Yeah, there's love in the air everywhere. That's awesome. Happy for them. She used to be with Aries. Isn't that crazy? And then there's the opposite side of that. That's kind of sad too. Joey Janela apparently just broke up with Penelope Ford, who was recently seen at WWE Performance Center. He didn't shit on her or nothing, which he stayed classy. All he said was the relationship is over. And that's a bummer, I'm not going to assume anything. I'm not going to be like, oh, she was riding his gravy train while he was hot. And now he's injured and gone for a year, so she dumped him. No, I'm not going to assume anything like that. You hope to God it's not something like that, but that shit happens. Chicks latch on to something hot. They see it. They want to ride that for a while, and when it flame dies down, find something new and hotter. Penelope is going to sell out now. I know that's probably a popular opinion, considering Joey's popular and what happened, and people are going to turn on her, and now just because she was at the Performance Center doesn't mean she got signed. I haven't heard shit. But like I've said before, you got some tin cup whiskey? What? Okay. Just because WWE may not be my cup of tea right now, I'm not going to shit on someone for making it their dream to make it big in the WWE. I'm not going to be like, oh, good luck. They're going to fuck you. No. Look at being the elite guys. Look at the elite guys. Young Bucks have been trying to make it super big. I mean, they've been doing well, but they've been trying to make it super big for a while. And after All In, I was like, man, their price tag just went up. And there's rumors now floating around that they turned down a 7-figure deal from the WWE. I I don't know if I could turn down a 7-figure deal from the WWE. That's crazy. But there's a bigger picture. Do you just take the money or do you go for job satisfaction? Look at what WWE is doing with tag teams. They're doing jack shit. You know, you got pancake parties and Rhino's eating, a platter full of bologna sandwiches. That's the last I saw of the tag division. I don't think the Young Bucks want to have pancake parties. I'm not saying they don't want to wrestle the New Day someday. I'm sure that would be. I mean, the New Day is a great tag team. But if that's all the New Day is doing is coming out and throwing pancakes and sitting at a ringside, I'd quit. I'd be like, screw this pancake shit. I'm out of here. Superman 4. Well, whatever. I mean, I don't know who's big and who's not in Hollywood. Yeah, WWE is making a lot of mistakes lately. Yeah, the PP and poo poo humor. Yeah. Crazy. Got 20 minutes till the tri-tip is done. What? What is that? Now you guys are just confusing me. All right, let's talk about some Impact Wrestling because I've just been all over the place. We talked about Jordan Grace. Congrats to her and Jonathan Gresham. I wanted to bring that up because she is a knockout from Impact Wrestling. I wanted to talk about Christopher Daniels a little bit because I think there is a potential for him to come back to Impact Wrestling or at least maybe make an appearance at Homecoming. I think that'd be really friggin' cool. And now you get the notification you've got. Hey, better late than never, right? YouTube is far from perfect, but hey, like I tell people, ring that bell for notifications because we're not living in a perfect world. What do you think about the Homecoming card? The Homecoming card is effing phenomenal. I am so excited for them to make some new memories in a classic place like the Asylum. Man, you watch some of that classic Asylum stuff that they've been sharing. That place is nuts. I mean, granted, wrestling is a little different now. I think fans were a little hungrier back then. The internet wasn't such a massive deal. It was still pretty young. So fans are different. SCU at Homecoming. Yeah, SCU. Man, they would get the pop they would get if that crew showed up. I think they're all free agents now. I think. I'm not sure. Homecoming will outdo Slammiversary. I think they will. Shark Boy. Shark Boy showed up on some of the tryout videos for Scarlet Bordeaux. It's funny as hell. Oh, that shark packed on some weight. All them donuts. 3, not 4. Yeah, I know what you meant. I didn't think there was 4. I'm like, was there a secret 4th member? SCU versus LAX? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That'd be a trip. Love Cannon Phillips. Chuck Norris was cool at one time. Yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, I just through a friend, we got some Hulu. And I was flipping through their movies the other day. I know I'm all over the place. Just bear with me. We're just having fun here. I'll talk about Impact in a second, okay? Trust me. I will. I promise. I promise. I'm good with my promises. Um, there is a ton of classic, cool 80s Chuck Norris missing in action type films on Hulu. So if you got Hulu, oh my God, you get yourself some Chuck Norris. I put them all on my list. I'm like, oh my God, I love those movies from way back then. Those were so cool. I mean, you look at them now and you can kind of laugh at them, but man, back then that shit was badass. Between Arnold and Stallone and Chuck Norris, oh man, that is something that is missing from Hollywood right now. I would love to see some people make some cool new action movies and like not take themselves too seriously. You know, that'd be cool. All right, let's talk some Impact Wrestling, shall we? What are you looking forward to with Impact in 2019? I'm looking forward to even more new faces in the brand. Totally. Forget Branson. You mean Charles Bronson? Yeah, totally. Um, I think they're going to make even more relationships with more towns. I think we're going to see more of an influx from people from the Midwest. Um, I think it's your dad. What? Demon Rocks, you're typing. My goodness. I'm just messing with you. Your Nad. What about your Nads? Don't talk about your Nads on my show. Demon Rocks, you nasty. I ain't talking about my Nads. You don't talk about your Nads. Nasty. I love you guys. All right. So let's talk about this show a little before we just whatever. I can't believe I got 12 viewers and I'm just fucking around. I love you guys. No, I do. So this is part one of the best of. It was a typo. Yes, I know it was a typo. Starting out with the best of. This is part one of two. Next week we're getting part two. The best of matches for 2018. I cannot wait to watch that. We saw some doozies of some highlights tonight. They didn't do like full matches. They split them up a little bit. But they still showed a lot of stuff over the course of 2 hours. So they talked about the debut of Rich Swann. Rich Swann has been just such a breath of fresh air to the Impact roster. I mean, he was doing so great with the cruiserweights, and then he ran into some trouble, had some domestic issues. I don't even know all the details, but no charges were pressed. And, they could have brought him back. They could have, seeing as no charges were pressed. He took a little time off, did a little soul searching, and got through WrestleMania weekend. Did a little wrestling. I think he did a little wrestling at WrestleCon. and then decided to sign with Impact Wrestling. And man, I know a lot of this stuff that I'm going to talk about, I know I'm reiterating from over the past year, but it's worth saying again. I'm so glad, and I'm sure you are too, as a fan of wrestling. He's so Rich Swann is so good, and he's so fun to watch. Charisma through the roof. Look, we saw him a couple times tonight. There was oh no, he wasn't in that match. It was oh, they showed him in the tag match. I was thinking he was in the last match with oh, you know what? It's a brain fart. I'm sorry. He was supposed to be in, I think he was supposed to be in the match with Ishimori and Phoenix and Johnny Impact, and they brought in Petey Williams as a substitute because Williams had a concussion from something. Swann had a concussion. I think that's from what it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they showed the tag match from Bound for Glory with Swann and Mac versus Seidel and Page. And that was just a great example of what he could do as a tag team guy and as just a talent himself. But man, was I excited for that, because it was the debut of the Mac, was also the debut of Page. Man, and just just the fact that Swann and Mac are working together, or they may not work together much. I think they could be a great tag team together, but it doesn't seem like they're going to keep them together. What I think is going to happen, and if you guys listen to the Callahan press pass today, Willie Mack was a part of it. If you guys haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Callahan was just off the rails today. He was nuts. He was so like, oh my God. I don't even know how to describe him. He was cutting off people with their questions left and right. He was like up on this like big ego trip, like Impact Wrestler of the Year. Ask your question sucks, you're done, next. He just, oh my God, it was hilarious. Ross Foreman is bald like me, but if he had hair, he probably would have lost it all during the phone call, okay? It's crazy. I sincerely think they're going to make a match, and unfortunately they can't put much of it on TV. They can maybe put some of it on the last show, like the go-home show, but that's about it. The rest of it's going to have to be done literally through the internet. But I sincerely think they're going to put a match together between Callahan and Willie Mack. It's smart. I just saw them wrestle each other in Wisconsin for House of Hardcore. Willie Mack defended his House of Hardcore title against Sami Callahan in a Wisconsin street fight, whatever the hell they called it that night. Those two have chemistry. They work good together. And I don't think that's the first time they've wrestled each other either. I think they've wrestled each other before. Possibly in Lucha Underground. I can't remember. But anyways, so yeah, I'm hoping that match gets added to Homecoming. Watch for that. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh yeah, I called it. Well, it's, you can smell it when it's happening. Totally. Oh, let's catch up with the chat a little bit, then we'll move on to the next thing. Oh my God. Swan had a concussion show days before. Yeah, it was for MLW, I think, or something. See the Mac World Champ at some stage. I'd love to see that too. The Mac is so underrated. People don't know how good he is. Just keep watching. Or go look up some of his matches on Lucha Underground for those of us who've known for a while. New Japan Impact be a great partnership, but New Japan can't seem to comprehend the fact that Impact's under now way different from when T and I burned them. Yeah. Well, a lighter end of that is showing that guys like Bone Soldier worked for both. That's positive. So don't lose all hope yet. 2019 is going to bring some new shit. Just wait. Callahan was cutting people off a lot. Yeah, he was. It was so funny. Top, impact, but in the whole business. He is. It's crazy. Speaking of Wisconsin, rest in peace. Penny Marshall, yeah. Laverne and Shirley, yeah. I grew up on that. That is sad. What's even more sad is I thought Cindy Williams passed away too earlier this year. She didn't. It was like her birthday or something, and I was thinking about it a few months ago or something. But yeah, Penny Marshall, rest in peace. Very sad. Milwaukee will always consider her, piece of history. Laverne and Shirley was based in Milwaukee, and they both worked for, I think it was Schlitz. Don't quote me on that. My wife was talking to me about that the other day. Swan and Sammy. Yeah, I don't know about that Rich Swan Sammy story. That's very interesting. Who do you want to see in the women's division in 2018? I'm assuming you mean the Knockouts division. 2019? You know what? They just had some girls on from that Rockstar Pro show, the Twitch show they just had. Sammy Callahan's main squeeze, Jessica Havoc, and her tag team partner, Nevaeh. And Samantha Heights was good too. Allie was the only Impact girl in there, but it was obviously a different Allie. Shots. What your guys typing is hilarious today. They worked for Pabst. I don't know. I know what you're trying to type Pabst. I know what you're trying to say. Pabst. Pabst. My dad worked for Pabst for over 30 years. I better know how to spell that. In fact, talking about other beers is like a 4-letter word. Hams was brewed by Pabst for many years, so I'm very fond of Hams beer. It's also very cheap and delicious, so go get yourself some Hams. They worked for Schlitz. Yeah, I think it was Schlitz. Schlitz, not shots. Isn't one of them Dave Chris' wife? Yeah, the Vea Chris. Yeah, I'm not sure which one though. Obviously, one of the two. But yeah, those are two off the top of my head that I'd love to see as knockouts. I would love to see Ivelisse get a shot. Maybe do a run of a few weeks at least. That'd be tremendous. I'd love to see Jake's wife. Jake. Okay, the one that's in the X division. I get them confused sometimes. Who else? Ivelisse, the Death Machines, or is that what they're called? I forget what they're called. Did I write it here? Fusion. Oh, I think I put it in another book. I started a new notebook for the year. Diffuse the data porn star. What? You're so goofy. Killer Death Machines. Yes, Killer Death Machines. Thank you. Thank you, Blood Rain. God, who else? I don't know. Penelope Ford. I don't know. I've seen a lot of great women's. Oh, there was a girl. Oh, was it AM? Was it a Twitch show? Was a Twitch show. Some girl went like just full Shotzi Black, yes. Totally Shotzi Black. There was a girl that wrestled Su Yung that totally went toe-to-toe with her and had a great match with her. Was not a squash match, and I can't think of who it was. I think it was the AM, is it AML or AMW? Can't think of who they partnered with for that show. It's like during the summer. Can't remember. But yeah, I mean, there's so many women out there that are great. And speaking of great women, Tessa Blanchard, her Slammiversary debut, at least I think it was her debut match against Allie. Can't remember if it was her debut. But she had a hell of a match with Allie. And that was when I really started to get behind Allie, because Allie started getting away from that bubbly, almost like a Bailey, bubbly kind of. I was like, oh, God, it's just too much. I didn't take her seriously. But I didn't know much about her. I didn't see her in CZW and all the other places that she's been before. But then she started to get that edge about her. Started to get edgy. Do you like Priscilla Kelly? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. She was with, oh, God. Who's the new Evolve champ? Austin Theory. She was with him for over the course of the last couple of years. Yeah, she's cool. Good wrestler. Paige's mom. Paige's mom. Blood Rain, you're sick. I'm just kidding. No, Paige's mom is badass. I saw her in a match this year sometime with Su Yung. They went toe-to-toe. Oh my God, crazy shit. But Tessa is awesome. Tessa has been another breath of fresh air to the Knockouts division. She's also helped bring a lot of attention, I believe, to the Impact Wrestling women's division. She's helped make everyone step up their game. I don't think Tessa's the best. Excuse me. But she portrays herself as the best. Very similar to how, like, MJF's been wrestling for 2 years, for crying out loud. He still has a lot to learn. But when he steps on a stage and he's talking about his opponent or this guy or that girl or whoever, he's talking about him like he's been around for like 15 years and he's got a lot of wrestling underneath his belt and he knows everything about anyone and tells you how it is. That's how Tessa is. And it's not necessarily the whole fake it till you make it thing, but damn, she's got it. She totally has it. She's got that, the term is maybe a little overused, swagger. She's got that swagger, She goes out there and that little wink and that little, it's like, ooh, you know. People turn their heads when Tessa walks in the room. They go, oh, damn. Tessa's so good. I can't wait till Homecoming and her third match with Taya. Her first match with Taya, I was so excited for. Their third match, look out. The second one was a little upsetting because of how it was finished, but that's Tessa. That's building a heel. It's storytelling. As upsetting as it is, it's storytelling, Priscilla Kelly is engaged or married to Darby Allin. In fact, they just got married like very recently. I just saw the pictures of it. Priscilla Kelly is married to Darby Allin. Lucky guy. Darby Allin's a hell of a talent too. Very, very punk rock attitude. Good wrestler, not just a stunt guy. I thought he was just like, just doing crazy shit for a pop. He has turned into a good wrestler. I haven't seen him in quite a while. Because no more Flow Slam. By the way, Su Yung had a great match this Saturday against an AK-47. Oh. Huh. Where was that at? Let me know where that was at so I can watch it. Hopefully it's on YouTube. Broke after Christmas. But I got money for Homecoming, let me tell you that much. So yeah, Tessa's had a hell of a debut. First year, dare we say rookie year? She really hasn't been wrestling that long. She's been wrestling herself for like 4 or 5 years, not even. Crazy. Shine. Ooh, Shine. I will have to watch that. Love me some Shine. To check that out. Shine's always got good stuff. What's next here? Brian Cage. Man, Brian Cage. Let's talk some Brian Cage. He has had a hell of a year. Knocking it out of the X division. Started out, and I'm glad they showed this match because it wasn't just him clobbering some smaller X division guy, which he did a lot of this year. And some of it seemed kind of like, some people had, scratching their heads like, what's going on with him? Is he going to become like the biggest heel in the company and just squashing little guys? No. He had to prove a point because all these X division guys may be smaller than him, but they're on a whole nother level of talent. Now you look at the talent that Brian Cage brings, and he's doing all the same shit. In almost every match for it was like a 5 or 6, 7 stretch match string, he was bringing new signature moves, finishers. You didn't know how Brian Cage was going to finish these guys off. The guy was unbelievable. Changed it up for everyone. Like when they were showing, it was that stretch over the course of like a month or two when they would show Brian Cage show up in this company, in this town, in this city, in Japan, and all those. Do you remember that? It was like over the course of the summer, give or take a little bit, or maybe right before summer. I forget. But man, when the Impact cameras were following him, he was killing it. I was just amazed. I mean, I was a fan of his before from Lucha Underground. But watching him do what he's doing in Impact Wrestling makes me so happy And now he's about ready to blow the effing roof off the company at Homecoming. When he dropped that title and walked out and was just all, what? I was like, oh shit. Oh my goodness. Oh hell no, it's going down. He's like, I've squished all these guys. I want the big prize. That made me just, wow. That gave me goosebumps. I've got goosebumps now just thinking about it. That's incredible. Shine 55. Okay. Message retracted. KT, what did you retract? He went from being the machine underground impact. Crazy. Yeah. He is. He's not just a muscle guy. He's not just a power guy. He's doing crazy flips and jumps and leaps and legit lucha libre shit. It's unbelievable. KT, did you see that show that he was at? I know some of those Australian shows for WSW are pretty big. Some of them are on the GWN network. I'm not sure what, but I did see some of that content on there. Callis went crazy on commentary. Yeah, crazy. Passed on him in a gut check. Yeah, unbelievable. They passed on what the hell's his name? Didn't they have Adam Pearce in there too for, I know they had Joey Ryan in there for a cup of coffee. They had a lot of people in there. They had Eva Lise in there, I think. But he's so much better now, you know. Back then, who knows? I mean, back then was a horrible time because they didn't keep any of those guys. The gut check thing was a complete failure. That was one of the biggest things that upset me back then. I was like, you're going to give all these guys opportunities, contracts, and now you just like flushed them all down the toilet within the next 6 to 12, 6, 10 months, whatever. I was so pissed. I'm like, that was the biggest waste of TV. You shit on them all. Unbelievable. You didn't do nothing with them. But, you know, and that was such a volatile time in the company. It was, you know, that was like right after all that Hogan shit. At least I think it was. And that's, oh, you know what? That was also when they were dumping all their big talent. They dumped AJ Styles. They dumped Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, Austin Aries, Samoa Joe. All their hot, big originals. They were dumping them. Like crazy. And they weren't replacing them. They were just getting rid of them. It's like, what are you doing? It was such a sad time in the company. And now, look, they're thriving. They're keeping the regulars. They're signing contracts. They're paying people. Oh, my God, they're getting paychecks. Hello? Yeah. Night and day different. So, yeah, Brian Cage, hell of a year. Oh, wanted to bring this up. The match he had with we fucked them up in the head. Yeah, well, they wanted to compete with the WWE, and Hogan was like, "Well, I can help you do that." Whatever. I don't know. They tried to go head to head with him. You try to go head to head with them instead of just being a good company. Look what they're doing now. They're turning heads and they're bringing fans back. But they're also not doing Triple H, Vince McMahon skits in the back room. They're being smart about it. They're being different. They're being edgy. Good content. Bishop. They censored you for Bishop. The less said about Hogan, the better. Oh, you guys are funny. Hey, I'm always going to love Hogan, but I don't have to see him on my TV every week. I will always appreciate him, though. I grew up with him. I'm an old fart, okay? So it is what it is. Doesn't mean I want to see him come back anywhere, but I still love him. Brother. What's next here? God, we got a ways to go. Captain ADD over here. Oh, Eddie Edwards. Holy shnikes. Okay, you might as well throw Sami Callihan in the same conversation. That rivalry between the two, even though it went a little long, but man, that rivalry brought so many people turned eyes towards the company again. The news hit first, and then it went to TV because it happened during the tapings. News came out that Eddie Edwards got smashed in the face with a bat. Oh my God. Sami Callihan did what? The conversations back then were just hilarious. The slamming of Callihan, and he just blew up. His heel persona just went through the flipping clouds. It's like, I don't care what you think. It was an accident. Was it a horrible accident? It could have ended his career. But he came back from it. And Eddie has gone from being one of the best technical wrestlers and only being known that as a white bread babyface to he's a whole nother level of lunatic. Been committed, had conversations with Raven. What a switch. Now he's in the thing he's been in the thing with Moose, but he had the feud with Tommy Dreamer. Eddie Edwards is having a rock star year, folks. That's crazy. And he's owning it. I think he's doing it well. See, not everybody that I've had conversations with in the chat over the last few months, some people are like, I'm not buying it. Hey, and that's fine. But I try to. One thing I've tried to do as a wrestling fan as I got older was be more patient. Wrestling fans nowadays, and I'm not knocking the younger fans, they got a different feeling than the older fans like me. But a lot of younger fans want their shit, boom, 5 minutes ago. They want results. They want all this 5 minutes ago. They're spoiled. It's like, man, sometimes you just gotta wait and watch a storyline play out. And sometimes it's not done in a week or two. Sometimes it takes a month or two. You let it simmer. You add some seasoning. You add a little pepper, a little cayenne. Oh my God, it's an incredible smell. You let it build for a while. You know, it takes time. And look, Callahan, Wrestler of the Year. Unfreaking believable. Eddie Edwards went from, like I said, top technical wrestler in the company, babyface, Impact Wrestling champ, got smashed in the face. Everybody turned around and went, what the fuck just happened? Everybody's talking about it. And he slowly went nuts. And they worked it and they simmered it. And it, look what happened. I'm sure not everyone's on board. That's fine. But damn, Eddie Edwards has had a hell of a year. You cannot deny that. He's with one of the top heels in the company right now, Moose. Hello. Moose, I know we're skipping over Fall Out. We'll get to that, but we might as well throw Moose in the same conversation. Moose has had a rock star year. Headlined Slammiversary with Austin freaking Aries. And I know everyone's opinion, or most people's opinion on Austin Aries. That's besides the point, okay? Moose headlined with Austin Aries. And they replayed the match, the headlining match. I mean, Moose knocked it out of the park. I paid a little more attention this time because I forget what happened. Was this followed? Oh, this is the match that followed the Pentagon Sami Callihan match, I think. And that's why some of the wind got taken out of the air during this match, and I don't think people paid enough attention to it. I paid more attention now watching it on TV than I did during the live pay-per-view. I appreciated it a little more. And Moose was awesome. And like I said, and a lot of this I'm reiterating for the sake of, it's a best of show, but bear with me. Moose was at the top. He didn't get the championship. Had a nice build. I don't think he was ready. I think a lot of people assumed he was going to get it because people were like, yeah, man, he's a star. Give him the belt. Didn't give him the belt. So then where do you go from there? You've been to the top. Now what? Turn him heel. What? Turn him? No. People love Moose. Moose. People love him. Why are you going to turn him heel? It was genius. Whose ever idea it was to turn Moose, I hope the hell he got a freaking bonus at the end of the year this year. Moose has turned into one of the best heels. And it's not an overnight thing. It's not an overnight. When he first turned heel, it was like, I don't know. But then you watched him after like a month. And after another month. And he's riding with Cross now. Now he's kind of like away from Cross, and he's like going to finish up this stuff with Eddie. And those two are going to rip the shit out of each other. Let's go back to the chat for a second. Guys are talking about Meltzer. Whoops. Whoa, shit. My page just went nuts here. Just went like way down. Yeah, he wears all that gold lame stuff. Crazy. Moose has done some crazy shit with his stuff that he wears. But he comes out and he keeps it simple. He keeps it simple. He talks about his cars, he talks about hoes and whatever, and talks about rock star stuff. We're frustrated with Meltzer and the power he has shitting on Impact. Oh, yeah. I rarely listen to him. For free elsewhere. Yeah, a lot of people copy his shit. I'll be honest. Most of the stuff that I get from, as far as like, I'm not talking about all the speculative shit that's pulled off as news, but I'm talking about like real news. And all the site has a speculative shit. There is no site out there that doesn't have it, and they pull it off as news, and it's frustrating. It's like, that's not news. We think this might be happening soon. That's not news. That's a freaking opinion, you dumbass. I've got an opinion. I could start my own news page. I think Sami Callihan is going to be sexiest man of 2019. Print it. And watch everybody comment and be like, what the hell? J-Bone's on crack. I'm never watching this shit ever again. It's on all the sites. It's crazy, the shit they put on there. I go to Ringside News. I go to WrestleZone. And I go to PW Insider. And every once in a while, you catch some other site get an exclusive. I used to hate Ryan's. What's his name? Staten. I've eased up my loathing of him because I don't remember why. Well, I've been listening to a lot of different opinions of what people are talking about this whole All Elite Wrestling. So I've been listening to, okay, what are these guys saying? What are these guys saying? What are these guys saying? I'm just very curious to see everyone's opinion on it. So I'm listening to a little bit of everyone, So, chance to get a spike. Oh, hey now. I'm no breaking news guy. I just have an opinion, but thank you, KT. Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson. Who's the guy from Chi-Town? Can't think of his name. He interviewed CM Punk right after his trial. He was literally at the courthouse. Can't think of the guy's name. But anyways. All right, what's next here? Oh, I can't skip over this. Cam and Falaba. Chad has said it's going to kill Impact. No, one's going to kill Impact. Cody and the Bucks are not starting a company to kill anyone. They're doing it because there's some dude in another country with an ass load of money that wants to drop it in their lap and says, I like what you do. Let's work together. Let's pull this guy from this company and this guy from this company, and maybe we'll pull JR and maybe a little bit of Chris Jericho and this guy and that guy and this team and that guy and that chick. And oh yeah, definitely that chick. And let's do something. Oh, dude. I'm just salivating at just waiting for it. It doesn't even exist yet. It can't kill anything. The trademarks are there. We're going to know a lot more, I think, in the next handful of weeks leading into 2019 once contracts are officially, and then See, that's the thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's not gonna, it can't happen. It's not real." Dumbass. People are still under contract till the end of the year. Of course, they can't talk about it. I've said this before. Do you realize how much trouble people would be in and be like, "Oh, by the way, I'm starting a new country. Oh my God, I'm starting a new company." Raise the flag up. I'm starting a new country. I'm starting a new company. Oh, and by the way, I'm still under contract. That's like Seth Rollins starting his own wrestling company while being under contract with the WWE. Duh, you can't do shit like that. You can start your own wrestling school. That's different. That's giving back to, you know, that's giving back to the wrestling fans in the biggest way possible, in my opinion. I have a lot of respect for that. No matter what you think of where Seth Rollins works right now, I have the same opinion, trust me. You start your own wrestling school and you've worked long enough to do that, that's kick ass. That's different. Check out Kylie Ray. Yeah, I've heard of her. Kylie Ray's the future. Yeah, she's been in a few things I've watched. Wasn't she also in Satin Dude Still Scum? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I don't love the guy. I'm just curious on certain people's opinions, that's all. Get back on top. Yeah, yeah, I know who you're, at least I think I know who you're talking about. She was in the Mae Young Classic, wasn't she? I thought she was. Co- Corner Reeves? Corner Reeves? Duke, get out of here. No, Corner Reeves. Oh, see, Demon Rocks? No. Um, Corner Reeves. Can't stand that guy. That dude made me want to stop watching NXT. Couldn't stand that guy. Anyways, KM and Falaba, hell of a tag team. Um, and I'll be honest. It took me a while to it took me a while to get on the KM Falaba train. I looked at Falaba like, who is this guy? I Once they started really molding KM and Falaba together, then I started really paying attention. Okay. Before that, I was just like, uh, I was just fast forwarding through the Falaba stuff. I was like, who is this guy? I didn't see it. Now I see it. The combo is, I love it. I think it's gold. I absolutely love it. The fact that KM is carrying on a full conversation with Falaba, and all Falaba is expressing ba, 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 ba. Like I said, it's Solo and Chewie on Han Solo and Chewie on crack. It's awesome. I love it. Fala's better than Grado. Well, they're different. They're different. Jay, talk to your friend Angela from, she's Wesley Kylie Ray. Oh, okay. How did you know I knew her? See, what's funny is we started as friends when Ringside News was more of a Facebook community website, and then it completely changed. But yeah, and then we became friends on Facebook, and then Ringside News like completely left the Facebook community look and went strictly with news. I was adding content on there all the time back when I started YouTube. But I talk to Steve once in a while. Steve runs ringsidenews.com. And I know he's not the most popular guy. Trust me. I know the opinions on ringsidenews.com. I don't like all the stuff that gets put on ringsidenews.com. But I still support the site. I've seen it change a lot over the last handful of years. But yes, Angela has really come a long way. I would love to see her on Impact Wrestling, but it's Booker T's company, so if anybody's going to go any place, they're probably going to go to NXT. But hey, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to be like, oh no, I don't want to go in there. Hell yeah, if you got the chance, go. You know, there's a local kid from here. His goal is to someday go to the WWE. Can't knock that. Do you think if Bob was used right, he could have been like Yokozuna? Yeah, but it'd be really hard to do that now because he's so. I mean, does he have the potential to could totally change and make a heel and go into like a real talking role? Absolutely. And turn on KM. Hey, there's an idea. What if Falaba turns on KM and they have like a legit, not a goofy rivalry, but a legit rivalry? But see, I like the comedy factor. It breaks things up. Like you go from oh my God, that match was sick. And then you go into some chuckling. And then you go into, wow, that knockouts match was insane. And whoa, now we're doing some little supernatural stuff with Su Yung and Allie over here. Impact Wrestling is a great mix. That's why I want them to keep that. But after a while, yeah, I can see it going stale. But I would love to see KM and Falaba become champs. But man, LAX and Lucha Brothers are so damn good. I don't know, I don't know if I could see KM and Falaba beating them. But the matches they've had are good. You got to admit that. The match that LAX had with KM and Falaba was that about a month ago. That was pretty good. They didn't win, but that was good. A little bit of comedy in there, but yeah. Really? That's interesting, Demon Rocks. You got to have your cool down segments for the fans. Yeah. Like I said, the show, and I've talked about that a lot this year, comparing like WWE to Impact Wrestling. The show's got to have a flow. It's got to, it's going to have its highs and lows. And lows is not a negative thing. But you're like, oh my God, you're up here. And now, okay, now you're coming down. And oh, now you're back up here for this match and this climax and this match and whatever. Yeah. The Rascals will be champions. I'm sure the Rascals, yeah. AQA, that's what they call her. I know who you meant. That's Angela, yeah. I don't know exactly what AQA stands for, but yeah, that's what they call her in Booker T's company. And Rise are partners now. Rise and Impact are also partners. feeder system for female talent, especially Impact. Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. Kevin Harvey is some of the Impact shows. Yeah, because he wants to. I'm sure he gives them talent. He wants to see how they're doing, you know. But he's also looking at who they're using for their secondary knockouts, like, you know, the Heather Monroes, the I can't think of who else they used. A couple girls from Vegas, you know, that stuff too. Do you like Taya's new gimmick? That's a funny question because you know what? It's really not a new gimmick. That's who she was, and it's tweaked a little bit. I know she used to be like the royalty thing when she first joined, but what she's doing now is a little more like real to her. It's just amped up a little. Um, that's who she was in AAA and Lucha Underground. You know, the Wera Loca. That's legit. That's her. That's about as real as you're going to get with her. That is her 100% personified. Yeah, Heather Monroe was good. She had a couple matches. She did great. Do you think Ty is attractive? I do. I think Johnny's a lucky guy. I think Ty is great looking. I think she is. Not sure about all the braids. I liked it when she had just like the regular blonde hair, but hey, it's a thing, whatever. But yeah, I started liking Taya season 2 Lucha Underground. You go watch some matches from Lucha Underground season 2 with Taya. Oh my god. Very different back then, but that's when I started to really dig her. Yeah, great talent. Like I said, Johnny's a lucky guy. But I'm a lucky guy too. And then Johnny Impact they talked about his comeback this year, Slammiversary. Man, I forgot how good that 4-way was. We're going to talk about this, and we're going to get out of here because I'm getting tired. It's late, and we've talked about so much different shit tonight. But thanks, guys, for hanging in there. For those that did, yeah, Ishimori, and you forget who's all had significant little pieces of the puzzle this year in Impact Wrestling. Guys like Ishimori. Oh my God, he's had a hell of a year. I hope he comes back. I don't know what's up with Ishimori right now. As far as I know, he's still in New Japan. But the fact that he's had the freedom to go back and forth and be the same, that's a tremendous sign for the future as far as stuff between New Japan and Impact. It may be a very small little piece, but I look at it as a positive, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. So, I know the stuff going on with New Japan and Ring of Honor and losing so many people in the new year has made the companies seem like they're kind of in a whirlwind right now. Whereas I look at companies like Impact and MLW and they're just sucking up all this talent. Like I said, just hold on. If you thought 2018 was crazy, man, just 2019 is going to be saying, hold my beer, watch this. And we're already seeing it with Ring of Honor. You guys got the elite all leaving now and or in the course of a few months. Like Skrull's going to leave soon, I'm sure. Or maybe he'll stay. I don't know. But he's getting a push right now, and he's got his own stable. That's nice. That's good for him. That's not a bad thing. But they're signed, Ring of Honor is letting go of all these people. They just signed a handful of fresh, hot. Well, I shouldn't say fresh. PCO is not exactly fresh. He's 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 50 and fresh, but he's having a storybook year. That's why he got signed. He's doing shit out there that's making people like, oh my God, did you see him in the match with Walter? That's what everyone talked about. That's why he got signed. Stuff like that. Night Riders. Yeah, those tag teams that were on that Rockstar Pro Impact special, good teams. Those were all solid matches. Even if you didn't know, I didn't know half of those guys. John Murray, god damn. That dude, his match with Stone Rockwell, man, that was some funny shit. That was really funny. I could see him coming into the company and doing like a comedy role, and then followed by turning into like the full blown heel Yokozuna type role. I could see that. That'd be perfect. I should pitch that to Don Callis. Be like, hey, what do you think of this? I think that'd be funny as hell. And if they did it, I'd shit. I'd be like, no. That'd be funny as hell. Court called you a simpleton for. JT Davidson. You know what? JT Davidson followed me the other day. That's the Callahan hype guy, right? I took a picture of Callahan and me in Waukesha at the House of Hardcore show a couple weekends ago. And I was like paying so much attention to Callahan, I didn't realize who the guy in the suit was like next to us. And I because he's not at MLW or Impact, but I think he should be. It's more of a local guy that floats around with him, and he comes out and he. So I don't know a lot about him, but he's very interesting and he's very loud. He was so loud at that Impact show. Oh my God. So who knows? Maybe 2019, maybe he'll come into the fold and OVE family will grow. Who knows? Fulton should join too. Turn into Sammy's muscle. Hell yeah, that'd be awesome. They could sign that a bunch of guys from Ohio, as far as I'm concerned. A lot of good talent there. Roosh versus LA Park is main eventing MLW's WrestleMania weekend show. Going on for 5 years. Mexico's. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about the feud. I haven't seen any of it, but I've heard about it. Yeah. Roosh has had 2 matches on television, and I just like love the guy. He's like a breath of fresh air in that company. He looks like an Alberto Del Rio 15 years younger. Like not burnt out and all coked up. But he's got the charisma and he's ready to grab the company by the balls. That's the kind of look that Roosh has. Totally. So yeah. Hell of a best of show for Impact Wrestling. So glad I watched it. And I'm so glad, whoever's tuning into this tuned in, because I know this is kind of all over the place, but it's the end of the year. We're just keeping it light, having a few beers, having some laughs. We're talking wrestling. It's what we do on here, So, and just to reiterate for the people that came in late, go in the description below. What does it say? Oh shit. Completely lost everything on my screen. Son bitch. Smash this free. Go get your free month, folks. PowerSlam.tv. I'm going to be reviewing stuff on here, and I don't know exactly what yet, but it's going to be some of the hottest independent wrestling, and I'm stoked. And I hope you join for it, because I'm going to try to talk about stuff on here that I think is worth talking about, that I know that people are kind of buzzing about, because there's little pockets of talent floating around the country. The West Coast is getting hot, whereas it wasn't anything before. And stuff in Chicago was getting big. So yeah, I'm stoked for it. And hope you take advantage of it. If you do, let me know. Tell them J-Bone sent you. Look at this. I'm so tired of spitting. All right, we're getting out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And go check out Powerbomb TV, and go check out rantwithant.com, and go check out wrestlingwithwrestling.com. And that's it. And yeah, that's going to be it for this week, because I got my kids tomorrow. We're going to do Christmas on Sunday, a couple days early, just for the sake of everybody getting together at once. And I'm probably going to take a week off, and I'll come back next Thursday night. Okay. For the next part 2 of the best of. I'm going to skip MLW and Ringside Warriors for a few weeks, and just take a week off. I'll still be on social media. I mean, if something like insane happens, maybe I'll hop on here, but I'm just going to take a week off and enjoy the holiday week. Not worried about jumping on here every other day and all that. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to enjoy Christmas, and hope you guys have a safe and happy holiday, Christmas, whatever you guys celebrate. Much love to you all, and we'll see you guys in a week. Take care. Much love.